Hello, welcome to my channel, or back to my channel. If you've never been here before, hi. My name is Brittany. This is my living room. I don't normally film in this room, that's why the setup is not quite ideal, in my opinion. I don't think it looks very cute. I need to figure out a way to decorate this space so if I ever have to do this again, it actually looks cute. This is straightened up, so what does that tell you about me? But yeah, I normally film in the room back there. I have my whole little setup there with my lights and my picture and my bedspread, all cute. But my husband decided to stay up till 3 a.m. playing video games, so I am now filming in the living room on this makeshift setup I have. Yay for not knowing English. I haven't had any coffee yet, so let's blame it on that. So today's video is going to be one that absolutely nobody was asking for, but that I felt like doing because I realized I had the time to do it today, and I hadn't even thought to do it. And now that I'm thinking about doing it, I can't stop wanting to do it, so I'm gonna do it. Today's video is going to be my everyday base routine because I wear powder foundation and not liquid foundation, and I know that most of the people on YouTube use liquid or cream foundation, so I thought I'd have an interesting insight to the application and my tips and my tricks that I've used from using only powder foundation for the last like 2 years. So that's what this video is going to be. It's going to be like my everyday face routine, my base, how I make it look nice and not too powdery and get good coverage and look nice. And sorry I look so crazy. I'm sleepy and my face is still sleepy swollen. Before we get started, please make sure to join the Brat Pack and hit the subscribe button down below. We are a good group. Everybody who subscribes so far is really cool. I get nothing but positive people and positive energy and positivity down below, so if you want like a nice group of people to chill with that are just, you know, a little bratty, as it is the Brat Pack, go ahead and subscribe down below. And if any point during this video you like what you're seeing, give it a like because it helps me a lot, and it just helps other people know that my YouTube channel exists, which would be nice since I've been on YouTube for 2 years and YouTube still doesn't acknowledge me. I'm like the middle child, YouTube's middle child. Alright, and I think we should just go ahead and get into this. Do you want to do that? Let's do that. Let's do that right now. If you would like to see me do my entire base routine with powder foundation, my everyday routine, just keep on watching. Okay, so the first thing we're doing, pinning these bangs off my face, putting it all back. The headband is missing. I don't know where the headband is. I just filmed a video with it last night. So explain that. Explain that. Okay, so skin prep is really important when you're going to be using powder foundation. I assume it's important with all foundation, but I find that it's particularly important with powder foundation. For example, when you're doing your eyeshadow and you put down an eyeshadow base, when it's still tacky and you go to put powder on it, it leaves a nice stick. It gives your lids and the eyeshadow on the lids something to stick to, which helps the overall look be better. It helps the powder have something to stick to, and I am having trouble speaking today. I need some of that coffee. It's still so hot. But yeah, skin prep is important. I personally don't use a primer. I know that a lot of people do. I don't find a lot of difference when I use primers versus what I do use, so I don't really branch out much in that area. If I get them like in a subscription box, I do try them, but it's not something I seek out and buy anymore because I just don't see it as something that is necessary for me. If you like them, great. If it helps your makeup look better, hell yeah. So what I normally do is I take a mixture of the Drunk Elephant C serum and a sunscreen, which is by the brand Kula, I believe it is. I just started using that and I've been really liking it because I'm trying to up my sunscreen game because I'm getting older. But today I do not need those and I'm not going to put them, and the reason is 2 reasons. One, it's raining outside, so sunscreen, I'm not going to say you don't need sunscreen when it rains, but the combination of it raining and me not leaving the house today is a good reason not to waste my sunscreen and my good serum. So I actually did my skincare last night, which is a toner, a night serum, a moisturizer, and rosehip oil. If you ever want a skincare video, tell me and I'll do it. I don't know if anyone likes those, but it's still on my skin, and it's to the point now where it just feels like I've put something on, but I don't feel like, you know, oily from the oil. So this is like exactly where I want my skin to be when I put on foundation powder. I don't want it to be so like oily that I'm gonna get greasy, because like I have an oily forehead and I get oily right here, but I do want it to not feel like freshly clean skin so the powder doesn't just kind of like fall off, right? Okay, so first step for me is I go in with this e.l.f. Hydrating Balm Stick. This one is real messed up. I just take a little and put it under the eyes because, you know, the eye cream has soaked in all night, so we want it to be a little moisturized because I start with concealer. So I want it to be nice and moisturized down there. I put a little on the lids also, not a lot. Okay, now it's time to go in with concealer, and I mix two. I take the Flower Beauty Light Illusion Concealer, and this is in the shade L34, and I take the Makeup Revolution Concealer in the shade C8. This one is way too dark. This one is too light, because I like my concealer to be the same shade as my skin tone. I don't really like that highlighted look on myself. I just don't think it ever looks natural on me, especially with powder foundation, so I mix these two. I absolutely hate how this setup looks. It's bumming me out. And I have to film another video in this setup, so please, if you were thinking of subscribing, this is not how it normally looks. It's normally much cuter. I'll link some videos at the end so that you can see how much cuter. Oh my god, ignore my dirty mirror. But I feel like I have a cute setup. I worked hard on it. I changed a lot of stuff since I started, and this is not happy looking to me. So that was the Makeup Revolution one. Now I'm going to go in with the Flower Beauty, the lighter one. I'm just going to do the same thing on top. And that's all I do for concealer. I let it sit there for a second because these are both the kind that have a little bit of wiggle room in the dry down area. So I like to let it sit a little bit longer so I get a little more coverage because I hate my under eyes. All of a sudden I got dark circles. I don't know what happened. I turned 30 and it was like, so while I'm doing that, I'm going to get my setting powder ready. This is the RCMA No Color Powder that I just repackaged forever ago. I'm back on this train. The stuff is still good. I'm trying to use up my products instead of going crazy and like purchasing. After Samantha Ravndal did her whole video about like waste and how she switched things up and wanted to go through her products, I was like, why am I always buying everything new? I'm not going to say I'm not going to buy new stuff because you'll see I have the next video I'm filming is on something new, but I'm just being more selective with the stuff I buy, and it has to be something that's exciting to me and not just something that's new, you know? Like how buying makeup used to be. But to be fair, I get excited about a lot of new things, so it's a little bit... So it might still be a lot of new stuff for some people, but for me, I'm taking it down a notch. So now I'm going to blend it in with my Beauty Blender. And I like to kind of take it down, not like far on my cheeks, but I like to blend it in because I don't want there to be like a distinct line between my skin and the concealer because I go for like a natural looking base. And I kind of like pull it down, pull it over my eyelids, pull it across the bridge of my nose, just making it real seamless like that. I make sure to look at it close up and see that all of the product is sinking in nicely, and today I'm having a really good skin day. Isn't it weird how you can do the exact same routine every single day and some days it just looks like shit? I don't understand that, but today's a good one and I'm happy for that. I'm gonna take my little e.l.f. brush and dip into that powder and then lightly set everything down there. I'm trying to get better about not like overly setting and not putting way too much powder because as I get older, my under eyes are looking older and the lines are more defined and a lot of powder isn't looking very good, but no powder doesn't look good either. I tried that and it wasn't for me, so I try to just lightly set, stop the creasing but not let it look like a cakey dry mess, and I like do it in circles. I saw a long time ago Manny MUA did a video about setting his under eyes and he said you go back and forth so that it gets like in the lines this way and in the lines this way, like going against the grain kind of thing, and I've always done it ever since then. So that's what that is. And now we sit. Sorry if this seems low energy. It is a little low energy. This was an impromptu video that I wasn't expecting to actually do. I was just going to do the next video, but I realized that I feel like this is something that I would have liked to have seen when I was switching to powder foundation because it took a lot of trial and error for me to start making it look good. So I decided I'd take the opportunity to do that for you. So if it's low energy, it's because I'm not awake fully yet. Alright, so next is when I go in with my powder foundation, and I mix two. I take the Kat Von D powder foundation in Light 45 and the JCat Beauty Aquassurance in Natural. I mix them both. I was only using this one for a while because I thought this was discontinued, so I was like saving it, but it looks like it was just repackaged, so I used both. This one is a little lighter, so I put it on the center of my face, and this one is just a little tanner, and it seems to kind of oxidize, but just like a little bit, so I would say to go down a shade. because when this is on my whole face, I feel like I look sort of too tan, but my friend said it's probably more my natural shade. I'm just not used to being so tan. But I use it on the perimeter of my face, sort of like how you would bronze, but as coverage. And I just swirl like a flat but kind of fluffy, oh, that's all gonna fly everywhere. There's cat hair on it anyway, so it's kind of fluffy, but it's still like got a flat top, but sort of rounded. Does that make sense? This one's from BH Cosmetics. They have such good brushes. Swirl it in and then just start kind of tapping it everywhere. And the fact that my skin still has, you know, the product residue from last night is helping it stick to my face. I don't know if I'd recommend for other people to do that, because I know they say, you know, wash your face and do your skincare morning and night. I usually do, but I don't always. And you know your skin. If your skin can handle it, do what your skin can handle. But I don't want to waste my good product when I got perfectly good product still on my face and I'm not doing anything today. So, laziness at its finest. All right, now I'm going to take the J-Cat. So much cat hair on my face. See, it's just a little bit tanner. I wonder if it even looks like it when they're next to each other. Oh yeah, it does. And this one, the powder is very like loosely packed, like not super loosely, but I don't swirl in this one because it'll kick up a lot. I pat and tons come up, so then I'm hitting the perimeter of my face. It's adding the coverage, and I don't know if you can tell, but for powders, like this gives me pretty good coverage. I don't want full coverage because that's just not who I am, but I, you know, want to cover up all my redness and stuff, and this does a great job. Like, look at that. The before and the after, though little, is good for what I want. And that is the skin, like that. Which bronzer I use is super dependent just on the day. I have been in a bronzer type of mood, so I've been switching them up. So I guess I'll use a newer one for today. I do have the Wet n Wild bronzer in Sunset Striptease. I have the other one too, and it didn't show up on me like at all. It was, I don't know where it is to show you. I don't think I have it out here, but it didn't show up on me at all. So then I went with this one, and this one is pretty nice. Everybody was saying this one was better, so I was like, let me just try that, because usually if I buy one and it doesn't really work, I'm not going to be super hyped for a next one, but I was watching videos online and people were saying that shade was good, and it is, so yeah, that's it. It just is. I'm going to use this bronzer brush today. This is the Moda Pro pointed blush brush. I'm going to use it for bronzer. I haven't used this one in a while. I missed it. This used to be my everyday. I'm just going to tap into this. I don't really swirl. I just tap. It doesn't really have anything to do with this video, and I start on my forehead. I don't like do the C shape that everybody does. I start by tapping above the brow and then sort of back and up. I kind of leave the center so it makes more of like a rainbow, which I guess isn't that different from a C, but I don't bring it bronzer really in the center right there. I don't feel like I need it. I just bronze like right here. You see that? Same on the other side. Above the brow. Like that. And it just brings a little, and it leaves that space nice and open. I like that look. On my face shape, I dipped back in for more bronzer, and I'm going to start in the cheek area. Again with the tapping. And then a little with the swirling. And while I'm here, I bring it down here. I also bring it around the side of my nose and sort of on my eyelids, because I just want it to look like natural. And I do it this way so that this area stays sort of bare. It's kind of like the center of the forehead. This area doesn't get too... My neighbor just walked by. I'm sitting in my living room with my window wide open, and there's like a walkway. So I live in an apartment building, and all my neighbors just walk right on by. And if anyone looks in on me, I'm just gonna be like... So I dipped back in for more bronzer, and now we're going to do this side. And that is what I do for my bronzer. Alright, and this is the point when I go in with highlight. Today I'm going to be doing something a little more natural than what I've been doing lately, just simply because I'm going to go to the gym today, and I don't think I'm going to take this off, which, I don't usually wear makeup to the gym, but I have to film a video after the gym, and I'm hoping that I can keep the same base. So don't judge me, but I'm going to go in with a more natural highlight. The one that I have been using, and loving is by Wet n Wild, the Bloom Time one. Everyone's talking about how good it is, and it's because it is actually that good. I would tell you if it wasn't. It is that good. It's just so pretty. But today I'm going to take the Essence Pure Nude highlight because this is a very natural looking highlight, and I used to use this thing constantly, and it's been a while. So I had pulled it out to use it for something. I just didn't know what, and now I know what. It's going to be for today's look. So I'm swirling in it. It's a really nice, like, hard powder. So you can kind of real get in there. Tap off the brush like always. And we're going to go in and we're going to highlight the face a bit. These just like a nice, subtle, pretty glow. It's not too much. It never looks like too much. Just like that. Oh, I really like this highlighter, and it's been some time since I've seen him. I missed him. I'm happy that he's back. Alright, so we have the cheeks highlighted. Now I'm going to do my spot highlighting on my face. The brush I really love for that is missing, so I'm going to take this little one. I just like something that's very small because I'm, you know, spot highlighting, right? Okay, so I'm going to take it on the tip of my nose. So cute. Cupid's bow. Something subtle. I don't like too much on the Cupid's bow because I found that, I don't know, I haven't been loving it as much lately, but I do like a little something something. I like to take it right here, right between the eyes. I don't know why. I just really like how it looks. I don't like it down the entire bridge of my nose, but right there I think it's a really cute look. See, just a little ding. And of course, the inner corners of the eyes, just to bring a little light there. Just a little bit. See, just a little pretty. It's just such a pretty highlighter. And I guess I'll just put a little right there, though I don't need it because I already like. Very nice. Okay, and last for the skin, well no, not last for the skin, last powder product for the skin, I'm going to do a little bit of blush. I'm going to go in with this shade in the Hourglass palette that I spent way too much money on and is not worth it. Should I do a video on this? I'm not saying it's not a good palette. I'm just saying it's expensive for what it is. But it is pretty, so I'm going to take this blush because it's real natural. I'm going to, okay, so I like to do my base products in this order: bronzer, highlight, blush, and here is why, in case you do it differently. Maybe this is helpful, maybe, I don't know. I like to do that because when you do this, there's a little bit of separation between the bronzer and the highlight where it doesn't look natural. So what I do is take it and kind of go right in between them and swirl over both the highlight and the bronzer so that it kind of blends the highlight more naturally because it's a little bit under the blush. It looks like it's peeking a little bit from beneath the blush, but it also looks bright. This is just, I feel like it's the best way to do it and make it look natural. So I actually go over that highlight and over that bronzer in like circular motions and tapping. And it kind of tones everything down and makes it just look more natural to me. See? It's just like a little flush. And I like to carry my blush a little bit higher, so it's perfect. This is the way I like to do it. It helps me blend the three together better. Oh shit, was I dipping into the... I was about to put so much bronzer on my cheek right now. I just feel like it's the best way for me and what I like in makeup and what I want my outcome to be, to do it this way. I feel like it looks the most natural, blends everything together so you don't have any like freaking Neapolitan ice cream look going on, and I really like it. And I'm a sucker for blush lately too, so 2019, the year of blush. I've said it, I will keep saying it till the day everyone believes me. Okay, and I like the look of blush on the tip of the nose, so I'm actually going to take that blush with like a blender brush, load that up a little bit, just do like a little bit right on the tip of the nose just because I think it's super cute. So I don't need like a lot, just like a little color right there. See? Oh, so cute, so cute. Alright, so now that all the powders are on, we're going to go ahead and use some setting spray. I use 2 different setting sprays, so extra. So first I go in with the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist, not Prep and Set, I was about to say Prep and Set. Pull my hair back and spritz my face. This one I use sparingly and I try not to get too much on the forehead because it is dewy and my forehead gets greasy, so just like that. And then while it's still drying, I go in with the Urban Decay All Nighter. Alright. And now we just let those two dry. I need a fan. If you know any good fans, let me know down below, because this is my life and I've smacked my face with many eyeshadow palettes. Alright guys, that completes this video. This is the face all finished with, you know, the eye makeup and the brows, so you can see what it all looks like when it comes together, and I feel like it's just a very pretty look. It's very natural, it's not too heavy, you can see up close, maybe not. Just looks very soft. You get enough coverage with the concealer and the powder foundation, and by setting it with those sprays, it doesn't look too powdery, and you just look so fresh and so cute, and it lasts pretty well throughout the day too, which is nice. I hope that this was helpful, entertaining, or informational for you. If you did like it at any point, please give it a thumbs up. It helps more than you know. Before I started YouTube, I had no idea that that was actually important. We're not asking for nothing. We're asking because we would like for this to be what we can continue doing. But YouTube does not acknowledge us unless other people acknowledge us. So I would appreciate it very much. And if you can give me a comment down below and let me know, what kind of foundation do you use? Do you use powder? If you do you have a powder foundation other than these two that you love? Let me know. I would love to know, because I'd love to try more. I'm very interested. This is what I like. But yeah, that's it. This is everything. I'm gonna go. If you're still watching videos, why don't you click on one of these over here? These are links to videos I put up in the past. And if you click on my face, right here, it'll take you to where you can subscribe to my channel so you can hang out all the time, so you can see all my new videos, because I'm on a filming spree. I got like a list of things I want to film, of ideas brewing. I think you should do it. I think it's a good idea. Thank you so much for hanging out, and I'll see you hopefully next time.